Enabling. Fire.
This is One for the Record. I'm Diane, and today is April 10th and 11th. Information for today. So, I can't seem to record off of the Foxfire thing. I don't know why. So, I'm coming in the back door to give you this. The second time this has happened. They're not letting me record. There's like some kind of problem. Alright. So, the Watchers watching the world. Unexpected teleconnections in Nakalucent clouds. Also, 52,000 people remain affected after severe floods hit Solomon Islands. Also, very strong earthquake magnitude 7.1 struck Bougainville in Papua New Guinea region. Also, strong and shallow magnitude 6.1 earthquake struck Nicaragua. Alrighty then. Now, I'm showing you a video after this. Please stay tuned. Now, Fukushima, here's a free consultation for you guys real quick. Free consultation if you like to fly. Since they didn't fix Fukushima, the radiation is most likely causing metal fatigue. That's why you're seeing all the planes, the trains, things having problem landing, also trains derailing. There's something going on with metal fatigue. See, I told you there's something going on. So, heads up. So they didn't want to fix that. And who flies the most? The elite. So now they're going to have to worry that their planes aren't going to fly apart. It's going to send us back in the Stone Age with this Fukushima. Other than it also can affect the grid. Alright? The grid can be affected. They don't have to unleash a bunch of nuclear bombs in the air to cause a power grid outage. Alright? An EMP. They already have millions of becquerels up in the atmosphere already from Fukushima. So heads up, something has to be done, and not to keep building these things, because it's destroying the world, and it's gonna destroy the way you live. So heads up if you're gonna fly, to all people. I'll play it. Please stay tuned and watch. It is 5 days down now by the time you see this. It's Friday. We made it, and we're going into the weekend. Please be safe, be prepared for anything, and think twice before you fly. Alrighty? Alrighty then, take care. I'll see you again tomorrow on the flip side. Please be safe. Stay tuned.
And begin to talk about the evidence that you've put together that mid-air disintegration is the most likely cause of disappearance of Flight 370.
From all of the interviews that have been reported in the media, and also on YouTube and so forth, with military personnel in England and the U.S. and other countries, almost all of them have unanimously said that it was most likely a mid-air disintegration of the plane. So with that in thought, I'm not going to go over all of the theories and the unlikely causes. I want to focus on mid-air disintegration, since the military is assessing it as the most likely cause of the disappearance of that plane. So I'm going to consider three aspects of that mid-air disintegration. One is the Wigner effect. Another one is hijacking. And the third one is shooting that plane down with a pulsed energy weapon or a missile. The Wigner effect is something that is affecting planes and metallic objects very drastically since the Fukushima disaster on March 11th, 2011. It's 3 years now. And what has happened is that so much radiation was released from Fukushima. It's thousands and thousands and maybe even millions of Chernobyls. And the neutron bombardment of metals, it's also alpha, beta, gamma, and X-rays that also are other aspects of radiation in the nucleus. The neutron and other particle and ray bombardment by these radioactive particles that are all over the global planet in abundance attack the crystal structure of metals and weaken that crystal structure and make the metal brittle. So what has been happening, it just started to be reported about 2 or 3 months ago, that we noticed at least, is that commercial aircraft, civilian aircraft, and military aircraft around the world are having parts fly off of the planes in mid-air, or windshields even are flying off of military jets. And we know that, for instance, at the Kadena military base in Okinawa, and you and I have been there, watching CIA executive jets take off on probably conditioned flights. These jets, these fighter jets, 10 of them were reported just at Kadena to have lost parts off of the planes. These fighter jets were flying through the air, and parts started flying off of them. 4 of those jets, additional jets, lost their windshield in midair, and the pilots had to land these fighter jets without windshields. This has also been reported. Planes are having to land in Hawaii on their trans-Pacific flights because of trouble with the hydraulics in the landing gear, or the flaps, or other parts of the tail or the elevators, things like that. And this is starting to be a real concern. I noticed in a video clip at the Fukushima nuclear power plant, which is where the nuclear disaster occurred, I was watching a TEPCO perimeter video clip of workers at the plant removing spent fuel rods from building 4 and lifting them with a crane, using a big, huge crane, to lift them out of the building in the damaged pools to put them in dry casts for storage. So 6 of them were standing there all suited up in protective gear, looking at the fuel rods and the cast, and they never noticed a huge crane in the background. It was one of 5 in between the buildings. It suddenly just slowly, in slow motion, collapsed onto the ground. And that was the metal fatigue. But since there have been no reports so far of planes crashing and the people on the planes being killed, I don't think that the Vigner effect yet has caused any airplane crashes. So I think this is not the likely cause of the disappearance of Flight 370. But it does need to be considered in all airplane crashes from now on.
You are merely a few minutes older, but infinitely more knowledgeable than before.
We need to get subscribed and get this unity stronger and beat YouTube at their own game. Okay, that's what this is about. Like I say, go to the remix button, hit the remix button. That way you'll have this video